I'm 28, and if you grew up in a family like mine, you'd know appearances were everything. Every dinner, party, or holiday had to look picture perfect. My parents lived for polished photos and compliments from neighbors. The table settings had to match exactly, right down to the napkin rings, and none of us ever left the house looking messy. To them, keeping up the perfect image was like a sport, and they expected my younger sister Ava and me to play along. From the outside, we seemed like a close, happy family. Ava and I are 3 years apart, and when we were little, we did everything together. School projects, games in the backyard, and endless sleepovers in each other's rooms. But beneath that perfect picture was a quiet, constant competition. Who had the prettier outfit? Who got invited to more birthday parties? Who earned more praise at parent-teacher night? It was never an outright fight, but there was always an undercurrent of rivalry. Our parents didn't try to stop it. If anything, they encouraged it in subtle ways. Whenever there was tension, they'd smile and say, "Family first," like it was some magic phrase that fixed everything. In reality, it meant we had to hide problems quickly so outsiders wouldn't see a single crack in the image they'd worked so hard to create. As we grew up, Ava and I took very different paths. I went the steady route. I got a reliable job at a design firm and worked my way up carefully. Every raise, every overtime check, I saved and budgeted so that I could buy my own home one day. Ava lived much more freely. She changed her hairstyle every month, dated different guys every season, and booked spontaneous trips whenever the mood struck. She only worked part-time at a boutique furniture store, saying she liked the flexibility, which really meant freedom to keep changing plans whenever she wanted. By last year, I had finally earned a promotion to project manager. It came with long hours and more responsibility, but also stability I'd worked years to achieve. My parents were over the moon. They bragged about me to all their friends, and I felt proud too, even if it meant late nights and careful budgeting. Not long after that promotion, we had a family brunch. It started lighthearted, with all of us laughing and reminiscing. At one point, I casually mentioned the tiny joint savings account Ava and I had opened as teenagers. Back then, we joked about someday using it to start a sister's business, a little coffee shop that combined her eye for decor and my design skills. It was nothing serious, just a dream we used to giggle about. Our parents loved the memory. They even raised their glasses to toast the idea, like we were still those two young girls with big plans. My dad said Ava could handle interiors since she worked at that furniture store. I laughed thinking it was all harmless nostalgia. By dessert, the conversation had faded, and I didn't think about it again. Weeks later, while on a late work call, I got an email alert from the bank. It said there had been a large withdrawal from that old joint account. I almost ignored it, assuming it was some error. That account had been sitting untouched for years, with maybe a few $1,000s in it. After the call, curiosity got the better of me, and I phoned the bank. That's when I learned the transfer was real. It had been done online using the correct login credentials. I initially thought maybe the system was hacked, but no, the account still listed both Ava and me as joint owners. That meant no extra approval was needed. The amount matched exactly what we had saved together. That's when it hit me. Legally, whoever withdrew the money had every right to, and the only other person with access was Ava. The next evening while walking home, I called her. She answered cheerfully, until I brought up the account. She didn't sound nervous or guilty. She just said casually that she'd borrowed the money for a down payment on a new luxury car. She promised to pay it back in a month, like it was no big deal. No warning, no discussion, just took it. I was stunned. That night, at dinner with my parents, I brought it up again, hoping they'd understand why I was upset. Ava sat across from me, scrolling on her phone. I couldn't finish the full story in this short video. The full story is on my channel, and linked below.